Hello, my beautiful fellow human light beings. This is Mahadeva, the Thunder Wizard, and it is time once again for a live guided interdimensional meditation to manifest the Solar Flash Ascension event. Welcome back. So, I uploaded a video today, I think, which, if you haven't watched it, please feel free to go watch it, which is going into depth about this mantra you hear in the background, the Huar mantra, and the history of it, my experience of it, and what I believe so far about what this mantra does. So I guess what I'd like to do before we get started, I won't take too long, but I guess what I'd like to do before we get started today is to give a history of who we are, brief. It sounds like a lot when I say history. A brief history of who we are. And this is probably more for people who might be new to the channel. I don't know if any new people are going to show up. But I would like for you to realize that who you experience yourself to be on this planet Earth is nothing more than a scripted character. And when we decided to come to this planet, I'll talk about myself. And again, let me be clear. I am not reading from any scripture. I'm not quoting from any religion. I'm only telling you what I have come to believe based on my personal experience. I try to teach only from my personal experience. If I do teach from some other belief or something else, I try to always make sure that I qualify it as such. So this is my current belief based on my travels and my communications with higher dimensional beings. So, before we incarnated, well, I think I was going to talk about me. A year and a half ago, probably, I was doing some interdimensional meditations, and this is when different light beings were coming to me. And of course, as many of you have shared with me, the experiences are bizarre, hard to believe, and I wonder if I'm making it all up. So some of the things, really outrageous things that are being told to me about who I am and my purpose here, I'm thinking to myself, I'm making it up. And I went and I shared on this channel that I had an experience connecting first with a goddess who is claimed to be the mother of all beings. And she is a being of light, and she is associated with sunlight and the sun. And she came and said, I created you, we created you, and the flip side of this being was the father deity, and he was called Tarhunt. I had never heard that name before. He said, my name is Tahunta, and I said, what? And he said, Tarhunt. He said, go look it up. So I went and looked it up, and sure enough, there's a being by that name which was worshipped by the Hittites, which is even before the Vedic civilization, and he was a sky god, a thunder god. And the way that he presented himself was a being of, he was like darkness, but filled with lots of little sparks and energy. He was just pure power, pure energy. And she was pure light. And she was very loving and very sweet. And he was dark and mysterious. And, he was also loving and powerful. And he was like, he'd tell you the truth. And she, of course, would tell you how wonderful and beautiful you are, like the mother would do. So I'm interacting with this dual being, and they're telling me that they've created me. And then they said, the reason that we sent you to Earth was so that you would come back and tell us why humans are so afraid. He said that was your reason for going. Now, when they said that, they didn't mean this one particular lifetime. What they meant was all of my lifetimes, which are in the thousands. In fact, I can remember, I don't know if it's my first one, but I definitely have had a past life remembrance. In fact, I remember, the most important parts of it as a Neanderthal. And that was a real trip. I can remember walking in those forests of what I believe was probably, in modern day Turkey now, walking around in those forests and looking down at my legs, and they were like the size of tree trunks, just enormous. And that's the first life that I remember, and I've had apparently thousands since then. And the feeling I get is this is the last one, of course, because we're moving out of this age. And so when they said, we sent you to Earth so that you could tell us why humans are so afraid, they meant every single one of these lives. So, and of course before that, they're telling me that I'm this omnipotent, powerful deity and all kinds of things that I'm not even going to list off because they sound so unbelievable. So what I would like for you to become aware of, if you haven't already had these experiences doing these meditations and interacting with these beings, is that there is a reason that you've come for all of your lifetimes. And when a being of light commits to coming to Earth, I can't speak for all of them, but many of them, they are committing to thousands of lifetimes until they accomplish their assignment, which is something they've come to learn, to understand, to gain power, to gain knowledge. And so it's like being in a video game that has multiple levels. We experience it as lives. So what's happening now is that this 3D Earth is coming to an end. This experiment has yielded all of the information that can be yielded. All of the lives that have come here have gathered all of the possible data. There's no more information that can be gleaned from this. And so this 3D experiment is going to get wiped away. When that's going to happen, how that's going to happen, I don't have that particular answer. And what I'm finding with the people that I'm working with who are doing these practices, the people who are able to really have the most transformational experiences are the people who are able to accept the identities that they had before they chose to do this whole incarnation thing. And this is what makes this potentially challenging, is being two beings at the same time, which is what we are going to do. When we do this meditation today, I'm going to guide you in it, and we are going to go out into interplanetary space in our astral bodies, and you will have the opportunity to integrate yourself to your pre-human identity, which will most likely completely blow your mind. And I would like for you to once again be aware of the power that you have. And these beings that are working with us, these light beings, these beings do not look upon you the way you have been taught to believe you are, through religion. Even, the religions I respect, like the Vedic religion, it's very easy Vedic Hinduism to think you're this tiny little being that's forced to come here and reincarnate, and you have this horrible thing called karma which forces you to come back to earth, and you're this little thing and the gods are these big things. And it's very easy to get this idea that you're this tiny little being that's at the mercy of all of these forces much more powerful than you are. And that is not at all my experience. My experience is that these beings that we would consider to be deities, these beings look upon us as the most powerful of deities. And when we go into our astral body and we expand into that, we are not these little puffballs surrounded by these large light beings. It's the other way around. When we really expand into our astral self with the, even if we don't know, but the intent to tap into that identity beforehand, from the perspective of these light beings, you become this amazingly huge, powerful being. And we are the creators of this three-dimensional construct. Right now, our perception is in this three-dimensional body, so we can only perceive from that, which is small and three-dimensional and et cetera, but that's just a perception. That is not the true essence of who you are. The true essence of who you are is a deity far more powerful than your third-dimensional mind can comprehend. And you are looked upon by the light beings, the angels, the gods themselves. You are looked upon as the creator of this universe. And so it only makes sense that the beings that are going to be able to shift this construct are the beings who created it. And that is you. If you've incarnated on earth, it means that you are an infinite omnipotent deity having a three-dimensional experience. And now you have the opportunity, for the first time in history, this three-dimensional experience is being torn open. And you are now given the opportunity to have two identities. You're still going to be your 3D self. That's not going to go away. But you will have an additional understanding. It may be challenging for you to understand it, and you will have to work to expand into it. But you will have the knowledge of who you are in your astral self outside of this 3D. And these two identities now get to work together. So we can stop it there, because this is a subject that could go on forever and ever. And for those of you who are new to the channel, and if you're having experiences, again, I invite people to come to this live Zoom class discussion group, which you can subscribe to. If you go to thunderwizard.com, you'll see two ways that you can subscribe to that. We meet twice a month. We just had our first meeting for this month. We have another one on the third Friday of this month. And so that's a very powerful way to learn, and we're just interacting and learning from each other. And if you want to support the channel, before I get into meditation and get so loopy I forget to talk about it, these are the ways that you can do that. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell button so you can be notified. Do these live interdimensional meditations as often as possible. My goal is to get these meditations to go viral. I want hundreds, thousands, millions of people doing them at once. And follow and like the Path of the Thunder Wizard on Facebook. Share Thunder Wizard YouTube video links and Facebook posts on your social media. Subscribe to the thunderwizard.com Patreon site. There's multiple ways that you can subscribe. There's multiple things you'll get out of it. Even if you just want to show some support and love to the channel, there's an entry level where you can just give, whatever it is, $12 a month. That makes a big difference. The more people that support the channel through these subscriptions, the more likely I won't end up on the street living in a cardboard box. I can do this full time. And go to the thunderwizard.com shop, which if you go there, you'll see this, and you can get to the you can see shop there in the menu. You click on that, you'll see those videos. You'll scroll down beneath it, and you'll see a bunch of energy practices of different types. Scroll through those. I don't have a picture of it, but if you scroll down below that, you'll see the Huar Mantra technique, where I teach you more advanced techniques of how to activate the pineal gland using this mantra and a special breath and a special movement. All right, so that's how you can support this channel, and we'll just go ahead and get started with the meditation. I don't know what's going to happen today. I haven't planned it out, so let's see where we go. So do me a favor, get in your comfortable meditative position, whatever that is. Feel free to lie down and cover your eyes, put on headphones. If you don't want to fall asleep, then I recommend you sit up in a chair. If you really want to do it right, sit on the edge of a chair with your back straight, your feet flat on the ground, and look down in front of you like you're looking in front of your feet, a few feet. And that will keep the back of your neck straight, and that will allow the energy to flow up your spine. Whatever it is that works for you to relax and be able to have an experience, you're welcome to do that. So go ahead and get into your meditative posture. Do me a favor, close your eyes. Begin breathing long and deep, inhaling through the nose, exhaling completely. Allow your concentration, your awareness to go to your physical body. Feel the blood flowing through your veins. Feel your nervous system. Feel your skin. Feel the gravity of Mother Earth pulling you towards her. This is her embrace. She is your mother. She loves you so much. She can't even let you go for a moment because you might fly away. So she embraces you and pulls you towards herself. Feel yourself sinking more deeply into the earth. Do me a favor and take a deep breath in and hold it. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Once again, inhale. Hold. And exhale. One last time, inhale very deeply and hold it. Hold. And exhale. Release it all, let it all go. It's just a bunch of 3D made up nonsense. Go back to breathing long and deep. Go back to allowing the gravity of Mother Earth's embrace to pull you closer towards her. Let your body relax even more deeply. Breathing long and deep. Realize that all of the issues that you face, all of the feelings that you have, positive, negative, otherwise, these are all part of your fictional character that you've created so that you can interface in this 3D virtual reality video game. And allow all those feelings to just fade away. Focus on your heart center. This is where your soul resides. This is your true essence. This is the light being part of you, resides in your heart, surrounded by a very powerful electromagnetic force called the heart mind, which protects the soul from the harshness of 3D duality. And identify with this source of light in your heart center. And allow yourself to begin to expand into the infinite power that you truly are. And now what we're going to do, as you continue to focus on your heart center, we are going to chant this very sacred and powerful mantra, the Huar breath mantra, which is the frequency of earth shifting by the power of the love of the sun into what we call 5D. Inhale and chant with me. Inhale. Sound of my voice. By the way, feel free to play with the harmonics of this. You do not have to try and match my sound as I'm chanting. You can do higher or lower or whatever. You can play around with it. Let it be unique to your frequency. All right, now we are going to allow ourselves, connected from our heart center, connected from that higher dimensional self, which we call the soul. We are now going to allow our energy to leave our body, so allow your energy to come out through your heart center, rise up above, and float above your physical body. Look down on your body. Send your physical body love and gratitude. Thank all of the cells and the organs and all of the life within your body that allows you to interface with this third dimension. Send love and healing and gratitude. And now allow your energy to fly up towards the ceiling. Feel a higher dimensional energy pulling your consciousness up through the ceiling, up above the roof. You're now looking down on the roof of your home. The energy pulls you up farther and farther into the sky. You can see your home, you can see your neighborhood. Higher and higher, you can see the city that you live in. You can see the county in which you live. You can see the state that you live in. Higher and higher, you can see the country that you live in. Higher still, you can see where exactly you are on planet Earth. And you go higher and higher up above the clouds, if there are any. You go all the way up to the edge of Earth's atmosphere. And you go through the gravitational field of planet Earth. You are now floating in interplanetary space, looking at this beautiful globe of ours, our Mother Earth. Spend a moment sending love and support to her. You can already feel her happiness and gratitude for the work that you are going to do. Go ahead and spend a moment sending love and gratitude to your Mother Earth. And now, allow your attention to move to see where the sun is. And when you locate the sun, go ahead and tell the sun how much you love her. She is also your mother. She is so tickled every time you tell her how much you love and appreciate her. So do this now. And of course, she sends her love back to you. Nothing makes her happier than to hear her children tell her that they love her. And now locate the moon and send a request to the moon to help balance your emotional state and to increase your mental faculties, your intuitive and meditation powers. Go ahead and do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we are going to take a trip. I'm being led to look out beyond our solar system. And off in the distance there is a purple light. So we are going to allow ourselves to travel to that. So as we get closer and closer to this purple light, we find ourselves being completely surrounded by this incredibly beautiful and healing purple light. And I've come to realize that we are in a very sacred space, and there is a very powerful group of beings here, deities. This is a council. Our multiverse is filled with councils of beings who control all kinds of things we can't imagine in our 3D mind. And we have been led before this council, in this place filled with this purple light. There are energies that are lights that are like pillars of purple light that are going up up and down in infinite directions. And I can see 3 of them. I don't know if there's more. And they have called us here for a very special empowerment. So what I'd like for you to do is to spend a moment with these very powerful beings, and I'm going to allow you to have your own experience with them. So go ahead and just simply introduce yourself to them and ask them whatever it is they would like to tell you, show you, convey to you. Go ahead and do this now. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and allow this energy that they are giving to you to go into your entire being. Inhale. And exhale. I've already been given instructions on where we're going to go next. Before we do that, I would like to give you a little more time with them if you have any questions, or if they have anything else they would like to say to you, or if you would just like to absorb their energy. Go ahead and do this now in your own way, in your own time. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can continue this interaction at any time. Just simply bring this purple light to mind, go into it, and have this conversation continue to communicate with them. For me, the energy is very strong. I'm having a hard time focusing and talking. All right, so I've been given instructions on where we're going to go next. So we are going to take another deep breath in, take in more of this energy. So inhale very deeply. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. With reverence, we are going to allow ourselves to back out of this purple sphere. We are now back into space, and let us focus on finding where planet Earth is. Let us begin flying back towards planet Earth. And as we sit here outside of Earth's atmosphere, we are going to call our guides to us. So if you already know who your guide is, go ahead and invite this being to come and help you. If you are new to this and you don't know who your guide is, simply send out the mental invitation that the light being who is assigned to help you come to you. Go ahead and invite your guide to come to you now. And your guide should now be with you. We are going to now invite all of the light beings in the universe, all of the higher dimensional extraterrestrials, all of the angels, all of the demigods, all of the beings in all dimensions, including all of the deities. We are going to invite all of them to come and be a part of this very important work that we are doing. So do this now. Send out this mental invitation to all light beings everywhere to come and empower us in our meditations. All right, now we have been given instructions on where to go, so I'd like for you to go and locate the moon. When you've located the moon, we are now going to begin flying towards the moon with all of our guides and all of our friends. When we get to the moon, our guides are going to stay stationed just outside. We have a special appointment with the powers of the moon. Each one of the planets, each one of the luminaries has beings that are stationed there. We may not see it in the third dimension, but every being, including all of the planets, has higher dimensional manifestations. So there are beings that are stationed on the moon who are there not only to study and to learn, but are there to empower through that being known as the moon. We are being invited into the moon, so we allow ourselves to go into this very beautiful healing space. And inside the moon, we find we are surrounded by very kind, warm, beautiful light beings. And these beings are going to empower our meditative minds to be able to expand, to be able to have greater intuition, to be able to go farther and deeper in our meditations, to be able to reflect the power of the Spirit. So I would like to give you a moment just to spend time with these beings and allow them to give you their energy upgrade. Go ahead and do this now. Go ahead and bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Again, you can continue this interaction anytime you choose. Just bring to mind the space inside of the moon, and these beings will be here to continue your work with them. For now, we are going to consciously allow them to send their energy into our astral bodies, and we are going to allow them to upgrade us. So do it right now. Take a deep breath in and allow this energy into your entire being. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. now been given a greater capacity to meditate, a greater capacity for intuition, greater capacity for shamanic travel, a greater capacity for healing, greater capacity for compassion and understanding, a greater capacity to reflect the power of the soul to others through intention and just also in your presence. These beings now very respectfully bow to us and bid us a happy adieu. So we will allow ourselves to back out from the center of the moon. Even though there's a bunch of things going on the surface of the moon, and trust me, there are still places that only spiritually empowered people can go. This is one of them. We now float back to our planet Earth, and we float outside of it, and we are seeing a stronger connection between the moon and our planet. Just by making this journey, we have empowered this connection. We are connected to the collective unconscious of all of the human race, and by expanding our intuitive abilities, we are going to see an increase in this among the collective unconscious of all humans. I'm now feeling a pull to go to the center of the galaxy. So allow ourselves to pull away from Earth, and we get pulled closer and closer to the center of our galaxy, which is a huge, bright light coming from the center of the Milky Way. And there are many beings that are gathered there waiting for us. Again, this entire journey today seems to be about getting energy upgrades. So as we park ourselves in front of the galactic center, which is in fact a black hole, there are incredibly powerful beings. These beings are the equivalent to beings that have power over entire dimensions, entire timelines. And what I'm being told is that we are now in this moment going to experience a dimensional time shift as a direct result of your commitment to shifting planet Earth. These beings are going to give us an upgrade. Before they do that, they have a message for you. So what I'd like for you to do now is to see these beings and to allow them to communicate with you. You can simply ask them what they would like to tell you. So go ahead and do this now and see what it is that they would like to say. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I'd like for you to prepare yourself for another infusion of energy. These beings are now going to give you the ability to shift your awareness to other dimensions, are going to give you the power to shift the entire universe into another timeline. A timeline that has the ability to expand into the power that you are expanding into. The current universe cannot accommodate the power you are about to receive. You are literally on the verge of shifting and creating a completely new universe. So with this in mind, keep your eyes on these incredibly powerful beings of light, and inhale very deeply and allow them to send you their power. Inhale. And exhale. On this next breath, what you are going to do is you are going to breathe these beings into your spine. You are going to become these interdimensional beings that have the power to control and shift entire dimensions. Inhale. And exhale. Focus on your crown and imagine energy going infinitely in both directions, up and down through your spine. Inhale one more time. Lodge this energy in your spinal column. Exhale. On this next breath, allow your energy to reach infinitely both up through your crown and down through your feet, down into the depths of infinity. Inhale. Expand yourself into all dimensions. And exhale. Spend a moment and allow this energy to percolate and expand throughout your entire essence. Allow yourself to expand into all of the beings you have ever been. Allow yourself to become open to remember all of the incarnations you've had on all the different dimensional levels you've existed on. Allow yourself to merge with all of the other versions of yourself in all of the other dimensions. Just relax into this shift. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. There is going to be a light being who will station themselves directly in front of you. I see them as a pillar of light. They may appear however they choose to for you. And you are going to give them permission. You are going to ask them to show you how they see you. Do this now. Now, I'd like for you to breathe in deeply and breathe in whatever it is that you've seen or been told. Inhale. Exhale. And now in your mind, repeat back to this being what you saw, what you heard. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. What we're about to do now is extremely important. I'd like for you to bring to your mind all of the human beings on planet Earth. I'd like for you to bring to mind all of the beings on Earth who also have come here to live many lifetimes in order to learn many different lessons, in order to gain very important strengths and skills and powers. I'd like for you to bring your attention towards having compassion for all those that struggle, to become aware of how painful it is to be disconnected from one's eternal light being self, the confusion, the fear. And what we are going to do now, we are going to give the opportunity for all humans to reconnect with this power and this knowledge. This is a complete dimensional shift on a consciousness level for all beings that choose to accept it. We now say thank you to these beings who have given us this energy and this power. Before we go to planet Earth, we're going to go and spend time with our mother, the sun. So we are going to take a shortcut. We're going to go through the black hole at the center of our galaxy, which has a direct wormhole to the center of our sun. So we allow ourselves to be pulled into a black hole at the center of our galaxy, and we go through this wormhole. It's like being on a water slide, twisting and turning loop-de-loops, and we find ourselves being deposited in the center of the sun. And in the center of the sun is this enormous furnace. There's enormous power there. I see almost like a turbine of energy. I see this whirlwind of incredibly powerful, bright energy at the center. And we are going to, with our third eye, we are going to send the energy, this multidimensional consciousness energy we've been given, we're going to send it directly into the center of the sun, and it's going to be concentrated. I see it as a pearl. So we're going to chant the Huar mantra, and as we do that, you are going to allow this very powerful, bright, concentrated energy that you've just been given out through your third eye, and we're going to focus it in the center of the sun. Inhale and breathe with me and chant. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. This is a very joyous, blissful experience for the sun. She's been waiting for this energy for a while. We have one last thing to do before we go to planet Earth. We are going to focus on channeling this energy that we've put into the center of the sun. We are going to instruct the sun to release this energy directly towards Earth. And we are going to, with our intentions, send it directly to the heart of Earth herself. She's going to distribute that to all of the beings on Earth. This will help every conscious being make the shift. It will help every conscious being be able to metabolize the new energies that are already flooding the Earth. Ready? Inhale with me and let's release this energy towards Earth. Inhale. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are now going to allow ourselves to back out of the sun. She is very pleased with this. This has been very freeing and healing for the sun as well. She's been waiting for this for a long time. This has eased a lot of her tension. And now she's going to be free to send a lot of clearer, more refined energy directly to Earth. The shift now will become easier for many, if not all people. We and all of our light being friends, we now say goodbye to Mother Earth. She sends us her blessing. And now we make our way back to Earth, and we find that the beings that we were communicating with in the center of the galaxy are waiting for us. They are surrounding Earth, and they are going to take our energy that we are about to send to Earth, and they are going to refine it and help it to move deeply into all of the cells of all beings and into the center of Mother Earth herself. We humans in our astral form, we surround the Earth, the light being, the pillar beings that, as I see them, have the first line surrounding the earth. We are second in line. All of the other light beings, all of the other extraterrestrial beings, all of the gods, the demigods, the angels, they are lining up behind us. If we were to look down on earth from above, we would see rings of light moving infinitely in all directions. This is an incredibly important energy transmission we are about to do. It is pivotal in Mother Earth's shift. So we are going to continue to send this refined energy to Earth to allow all conscious beings to relax into their true nature, to remember who they truly are, to release all of their superfluous 3D attachments, and lots going to happen. Go ahead and inhale and begin chanting with me. Inhale. attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue to breathe long and deep. A huge shift has happened and is in the process of happening. I do not believe we will ever be the same after this experience. Make sure that you write down any messages that you receive during and after this meditation. Allow yourself to experience reality on different levels in your waking life, in your dream life. Allow yourself to become aware that you are connected on many different levels. You can allow yourself to imagine that you have now shifted to the higher 5D version of Earth. Go ahead and allow yourself from this moment forward to have constant connection and communication with the light beings that work with you. Allow yourself to imagine and perceive everything shifting and changing. Big changes are coming from this. I'd like for you now to take a moment with your guide, who I believe may have a very special message for you. Allow them to face in front of you and allow them to communicate or show you whatever it is that they have just for you. Do this now. Now repeat back what you saw, what you felt, what you heard. Inhale this energy into your body. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we are now going to release all of the light beings that have accompanied us to go wherever it is that they need to go, do whatever it is that they need to do. Our guides are going to be with us, and from this moment forward, if we allow it, we will have a stronger connection, intuitive, communicative connection with our guides. Going forward, we are going to be catalysts. We are going to anchor this new higher 5D Earth into this world that we are living. So I want you to imagine yourself to be this. You are a catalyst and you are an anchor. You are a doorway to higher dimensions and to all of the light beings. And everyone that you come in contact with, even those that you think about, even from your past, you will be able to send energy to these people and allow them the opportunity to shift. What will happen going forward is that those who choose to accept the shift will begin to transform. And our job is to only focus on those who are open and consciously choose this shift. We are not responsible for anything or anyone else who chooses otherwise, nor do we judge. Every being has the right to choose whatever their frequency might be. Go ahead and take on this responsibility if you choose. Inhale very deeply and allow this reality to penetrate all of your being. Inhale. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale one last time. And exhale. Our energies are now multidimensional, even though we're going to bring the focus of our perception back to our physical bodies. Our energies are going to continue to stay out here in space, surrounding Earth, interacting with other beings, interacting with the planets, interacting with the sun. And we may even experience these other lives in our dreams, in our meditations. We are now multidimensional beings. We now say thank you to our guide, and we ask if our guide has any last-minute thoughts, instructions for us. Do this now. Repeat back to your guide what you saw or heard. Inhale and bring this deeply into your essence. And exhale. And now bring your attention back to planet Earth, where your physical body is located. There's more work to be done, but we will send our perception, or at least part of it, back to our earthly self. So we allow ourselves to float back down into Earth's atmosphere. We're now in 3D Earth space-time. I can feel the energy is completely different here. We continue to float down, observe the peace, the bliss, the refined energy that was not here before. Float down closer and closer to your continent, the country that you live in, the state that you live in, the county that you live in. You now see your city, you now see your neighborhood, and there's your home. We now float down through the roof And now float above your physical body. We have to balance these energies from your astral body to your physical body. So just begin sending energy directly to your physical body, allowing the organs and the cells to adjust to the new vibration that is going to be coming in. I would like for you to imagine a new 5D body. How would you like your body to look? How would you like your body to feel? Completely free of disease, completely healthy, perfect youth, perfect strength. Whatever else you would like to give your body that maybe you've never had before. Allow yourself the body you've always wanted. Inhale and bring your astral body into your physical body. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Once again, inhale. Hold. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Hold. And exhale. Spend a moment allowing yourself to feel this power and this energy. Acknowledge you are a different being than you were when you started this meditation. Rub your hands together. Put your palms over your eyes. Inhale the heat from your palms through your eyes, your brain, all the way down your spine to your feet into the earth. Inhale. Exhale this energy into the earth. Once again, inhale. Hold. Expand into this. Exhale. Inhale into the entire multiverse. Inhale. Expand multidimensionally. Exhale. Rub your eyes. Rub your scalp. Your face, ears, back of the neck, front of the neck, shoulders, chest, stomach, back, legs, thighs. Come back into your body. Or at least let part of you come back into your body. Well, I don't know what your experience was. Mine was quite beautiful and very powerful and very interesting. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I think a lot of it was said during the meditation. So, as always, do not do anything very heavy right now. Relax. Depending on where you are, what time of day it is, when you're watching this video, take a walk on the beach, or take a salt bath, or get a massage, or just be relaxed and with yourself. If you want to, get out a pen and a piece of paper and write down any thoughts, any messages. This is a cooperative experience, which means that the more that you allow yourself to anchor this energy into your reality, the more real it will become. So do not separate your imagination from your acceptance of your reality. Your imagination is your ability to create everything. So just meditate on that thought. We'll leave it at that. I won't take it any further. I want to welcome, let's see, Susan Hintz Epstein is now a member on the channel. Welcome. I'm sure other people have joined. I see a lot of people who I know, and I'm happy to see all of you. Remember, there's all kinds of ways to support the channel. You can also click on the $ button in the chat if you want to support the channel that way. And as we've said, I won't go into it. You know where to go. thunderwizard.com for the different subscriptions and for the shop. And yeah, I don't have anything more to say. I don't think I want to say anymore. There aren't any questions, so we'll leave it right there for tonight. Please remember how incredibly important you are. Please know that you are the most important being that has ever existed. Please know that you are the being that has created this entire universe. I owe my existence to you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't exist. And know that the creation of the entire multiverse was for one being, and that being is you. And your only job in this entire existence is to achieve your greatest satisfaction, your greatest bliss, your greatest happiness, and make that your priority. When you live with your soul's happiness as the focus and most important aspect of your entire being, all other conscious beings in the universe expand and evolve. The gods themselves bow down and worship you, because you are the source of all consciousness and all creation. With that, my friends, I thank you very much. I love you very deeply. I appreciate you being here. And I will see you next time, wherever we go. We have started shifting up. I used to say, if we don't shift up, well, we shifted up tonight. I felt it, and I know we're not done with it. So I will see you in this continuing shift of ours. Until next time, my friends, please know how wonderful you are and how loved you are and how appreciated you are. And spend all of your energy valuing your infinite self. With that, I will see you next time. Take very good care.